Man, nothing like a good old fashioned peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Kind of reminds you during your simple times in life when you were a kid, when nothing freaking mattered, you know? Life was so much better back then. I know I'm not going to sit there and compare it to life then to now because I think there's just so much pressure nowadays on kids between, let's say, 11, maybe younger, maybe older, till they're 18, 19 years old. There's just so much freaking pressure put on them. They get crap from their peers. I mean, you could spend 30 minutes to an hour looking on Facebook and even on, well, not so much YouTube. They're kind of getting that clapping down on that bullying crap. But there is also adults out there, the keyboard warriors that always got something to say about somebody else when they don't do shit for their lives. They're always ready to critique, vloggers or whoever, the all-knowing ones that nobody likes. And I have determined that most of them have like no friends. But believe it or not, from my observation, man, you got people during the 40s, 50s, and 60s are like bullies, Or maybe they were bullied the whole life, and now they sit in front of a computer basically doing payback time. The ones that always got something to say to you and put you down or critique your video, but they have done nothing with their lives. That's when you consider the source, It's just sad, man. I can't. This is so freaking good, man. I know it's just a plain old peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Sometimes that's what you want, simplicity in your life. Nothing complicated. 2 pieces of bread, slather a layer of peanut butter, then slather a layer of jelly, and you got life. I just wish life was as simple as this sandwich. No. Must have had a glob of peanut butter. Just so simple. Why doesn't, why can't life be so simple? Why is everything got to be freaking complicated? I past couple of weeks here, somebody said something to me, and it was kind of, I didn't take it. I mean, I understood where he was coming from. My channel is not a political channel, okay? I really try not to have it to be, but there is times where it does slip in there. And somebody basically gave me a kick in the ass, basically telling me that, he wasn't mean. He didn't put me down. He says that politics is just a turnoff, and I think everybody's just getting tired of it, man. And I don't want to be a hypocrite, but I'm starting to think the same way. You got all these channels that are politically driven channels, and all this stuff's being said, but nothing ever happens. So, I apologize about it. I have stepped away as far as watching their political channels because all they do is piss you off, man. That's all they do is piss you off. That's all they do. Because nowadays everything's in your face, you know. Whether it's false propaganda or whatever, it's always in your face. And I call it like rage baiting, you know, because it's just so mad. But, you know, inside, nothing's going to change. But I just wish life was back to them simple days. I don't know about you all. This Sam is so fucking good. I just wish everything was simple. Where it's no big deal if you ride in the back of a pickup truck. Now, I'm not saying this is a good or bad thing, but remember the days when you could ride your bicycle, and you want nothing to be said to you. Oh, put a helmet on. Yeah, I understand the safety behind it, but that was just simple days, man. I mean, god damn. We as kids, we did, I don't know about you, but I did some crazy ass stuff, you know? And I'm like, God, how do I survive, you know? But now, I mean, it's to the point now that parents don't want to let their kids out. I see it. Parents don't let their kids outside. You know, well, it's dangerous. And that's what they preach to their kids all the time, how dangerous it is. So these kids come so paranoid, you know, where they don't even want to go out at night because they're scared of the dark because it's dangerous. And it's just, I don't know how we got to this point. I really don't. I really don't. Life was so much simpler back then. Yeah, we didn't have what they have today as far as the internet and stuff like that, but we didn't care because we didn't have it. We didn't miss it. You know, you got kids now that are so addicted to the internet and their cell phones and Facebook and TikTok and whatever. They're so addicted to it, and that's their life. That is their life. Now, would we have been the same way when we were growing up? I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, you got people my age complaining about the younger generation or about the phones and stuff like that, and the internet and the bullying on the internet, because you got the keyboard warriors. But if we had all that stuff when we were growing up, would we have been the same way? We honestly can't answer that. And, you know, we honestly cannot answer that. I mean, the internet goes everywhere now. Even your most secluded farmlands. Every household has internet, of course, with the exception of the Amish. And I just wonder if they got it too. But it's just, life nowadays is so unsimple. So unsimple. And that's what I loved about the Philippines when I was living there. Life is so simple in the Philippines. They don't take things for granted. You know, they're happy as hell if they got electricity in their house, and they don't throw a fit when they go to a brownout. Brownouts when they have no power. They don't throw fits. It's like, okay, what else we'll go outside and play. That's what a lot of them do anyway. Is the kids are always outside playing during the evening hours. Not so much in the morning. But the evening hours, like usually after 4:30, 5 o'clock, they're outside playing. You don't see that here. And I'm not mad about it. It's just the way of life. The way of life here and in the Philippines is totally different. You really can't compare it. You know, it's the way of life, the way people adapted to their surroundings. The internet, the phones. You really can't say much about it. It's just they adopted to it, you know. But in my closing statement, I just wish life was simple, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Bye for now.